live, go to Tracey Brown Live. Gals and guys, go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Gals and guys, go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Gals and guys, go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live.
Hello, everyone, and how are you today? And good morning and good health. Hi, Lisa D. How are you today? I gotta answer somebody in my group, so just want to make sure I acknowledge that I saw the message. Okay, here we go. I am having problems with my phone. It hates me. No worries. But how are you doing? But thank God, we have other devices. Ugh, who knew having 3 and 4 different devices would make a difference in our lives? But it does. So thank God I have my iPad. I could still communicate with people because my phone's not being a nice person. It hates me. My phone hates me. Yesterday, oh my God, my phone texted so many people yesterday. It FaceTimed so many people. I had people texting me and they're like, "Did you text me?" And I'd be like, "No, my phone did. I'm so sorry, sweetie." All day yesterday. Too funny. I am absolutely going to get a new phone, but I was waiting because I don't believe in rushing out and giving the phone companies my monies. I hold on to my phone until it drops dead. And I mean that. It has to drop dead. And I mean it. So, but Verizon is giving away the 13, which is exactly like the 8, the 9, the 10, the 11. Get out of here. But they're making a concerted effort to get rid of the 13 because they want to sell the 14 in October. How different can these phones be? If these phones don't talk back to me and give me like metaphysical insights, I don't want the phones. I don't want any of these phones. However, not having a working, operating, constructive phone has shown me how dependent we are on cell phones. It has really shown me that I've lost my way. I'm lost. I cannot operate without a cell phone. I concede, and I must enter the galactic world of cell phones. How's everyone doing after Roe versus Wade? How's everyone feeling? How are you feeling? Seems to be a lot of protest. I just want to make sure that if you're screaming and yelling, which is what people are doing, and making signs, which is what people are doing, and I love that. I love the protesting. I just want to make sure that we always speak to our white allies and let them know that we support them and that this is more about them than it is us. Minorities will suffer more, guaranteed, but the word of the white woman is the one that needs to really put their feet forward and knock down some doors, because we're not allowed to take this fight on for you, right? We want to be your allies, just like we have allies for the Black experience. We don't have enough allies in the Black experience. So I don't want the off balance of more Blacks are fighting for this Roe versus Wade overturn, right? Because it's white men that are doing it to white women. And we need to constantly help women to say that. They want to scare minorities and black women by saying, oh, you won't be able to go to another state to have this abortion. Yes, you will. Do you know how much black women travel? We will have an abortion and make a vacation out of it. What are you talking about? You know how much black women travel to the DR? Get out of here. We have enough money. Like, don't let the rhetoric of the media trick you, minorities. You are wealthy. We are not in 1942, although it feels like it. Someone posted in group chat. I really have to repeat this, and I want to post it. Oh my God. Hold on. Wait, no, not that one. Someone posted, one of the super psychics, Samara. Oh my God, this is the best. Time zones are crazy. In Australia, it's 9 a.m. In Rome, it's 1 a.m. And in America, it's 1942, where minorities and women are still controlled by old white men. That is the best. Samara, I must copy that. I will copy it. I'm not even getting your permission. I love this. I'm just letting you know. I'm going to copy it and post it everywhere. Even though Facebook has kicked me out. Facebook didn't quite kick me out. Like, Facebook is very sneaky, but they do this to me often because I am an avid screamer on Facebook about racial inequality. And I have a lot of white allies. Supposedly, they get really upset, my white allies, when I post something that hurts their feelings. And so I posted something about the price of Negroes. And I guess I got reported, but Facebook can't take me off for the post, right? So they just mess with my account. So it's not that I can't post. It's just that I've got to go through these hoops to post. And I'm not going through the hoops. I give two fucks about Facebook. Fuck a Facebook. Fuck a Meta. I do love Instagram. Instagram threatens me a lot too. So I've changed myself on Instagram, but I really do not give a fuck about Facebook and Sanderberg, his sister, who stole money to have her wedding. Oh, don't get me started. Allegedly, don't get me started. And if all this shit wasn't going down between the January 6 hearings and now we got Roe versus Wade, then Facebook would be called under the wire. Fuck a Facebook. Metaverse. Good morning, Sheena. How are you? Sheena calls me her favorite psychic. Thank you, sweet. Oh, Sheena, I told everyone yesterday, guys, I've got a new name for my morning show. It's gonna feel like a morning show because sometimes I'm like, the morning show, it's picking up momentum, which I really appreciate. The listeners, I like that. I'm so untethered that I'm like, is this really gonna be okay? Because I just say fuck everybody, and it just feels so good. And then I got kids watching. And I don't want them walking around and going in school and fuck you, like I say it. A very unique way of saying fuck you. I don't want them to be. You parents are going to get called, and you all are going to know. Oh my God, Tracy, you know it. You know it. And y'all are going to tell me, my daughter got into trouble, Tracy, because of you. I'm going to be embarrassed and ashamed. And so, just the other day, I was like, I need to become a professional. But I was also kidding. There's no professionalism in me. You won't find it. I refuse to give professionalism, right? And then, Sheena was just joking. Were you joking, Sheena? And she was like, good morning, Tracy, or something like, let me read the damn text. And I was like, oh my God, that's my new name. I love it. Sheena just gave me my new name. I love it. Let me see if I can find how we got there, Sheena. Sheena. All right, let me see. I was like, I'm changing my name. Oh, that's what she said. Sheena goes, I just love watching your show. You are so funny. Fuck Good Morning America. It's now Good Morning Tracy. I got to get the right intonation. Like, how you doing? I had it in my head. And then I lost it. Good morning. Good morning, Tracy. I'll figure it out. Good morning, Tracy. Good morning, Tracy. Oh, no, you know what I should say? Good morning, Tracy. No, that's not going to work. That's just taking me 2 levels down professionals. It's Caribbean, but I had it in my head. I should have started saying it out loud, how I was going to say it. It doesn't matter. Clearly, I am wired today. I did not get enough sleep. I spent the whole night thinking how I had to go to the chiropractor's office and how I was going to get there. It's fucking hot right now. I did buy an umbrella finally, guys. Too many people kept telling me to buy an umbrella, and I'm not listening because I'm crazy. I don't want to walk around the Caribbean with an umbrella because that will label me as a woman from the States. And I'm trying to fit in, but she's not nice. She's not nice, that son. And so I got an umbrella, and I'm sure I'm going to be happy with my umbrella. I wish I could get an umbrella that goes around your head so I don't have to hold it, but it doesn't really matter. I digress. And so they wanted me to go this morning, but I can't go this morning. But I forgot that I couldn't go this morning because I have to do the show. Physical therapy, I'm going to physical therapy. I'm loving it. But I have to be careful because today is a job for me, right? I don't do this haphazardly. Today is a job, so I can't go to physical therapy and not do my job. Thank you, Sheena. She's like, I got you. Sheena, I got you is a cold word for me. It's a cold word for me and my sister. Let me see if Melissa's on. Melissa! Oh my goodness! Melissa! Let's get Melissa on. Hi, Melissa.
Hey! Good
Hey!
house story. Happy rising.
Happy rising.
Listen, you know, as you were talking, I'm walking scamming.
Yeah.
I see there shows me a purple mic.
Ooh.
And I'm like, okay, so it's purple, there could be, purple mic with teeth.
Purple light with what? Uh-oh.
I said, the purple mic
Yeah.
with teeth. Because I know you say you like sometimes you like the name teeth.
Yeah, I'm not getting the last part. You're sounding muffled. I got the purple light, and you said with.
Oh, okay. I said the purple mic. Like if you wanted to do a morning show today, they were talking about purple. I got to see a purple mic.
Oh!
And I was like, purple mic.
Oh, a purple mic.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what?
The purple microphone.
I'll paint a. I'll glitter a purple mic, Melissa. I'll get a purple. You know
mic.
what, Melissa? Now that you're telling me, I need to. I'll never be professional. I promise you guys, I'll never be professional. I refuse to be professional. But I could, at the very least, I could look professional and get a mic like I'm at a real radio station, right?
Right.
Oh, a purple mic.
So, yes, it's up. Mm-hmm. Or you can have a little show that's called the Purple Mic with Dory. Right? You could tap your mic and be like 1, 2, and 2. Can y'all hear me?
I'm gonna look at mics today. I'm gonna look at mics today.
Why they showing me a purple mic?
I'm gonna look at Mike's today. I want, you know what? I wanted to. Okay, you helped me so much. And Sheena said she's gonna text me something. Okay, text me. I'm gonna look at purple mics today, and I want one of those like hand-free mics, but it's standing off to the side. But you see the. Oh, I could. Oh, I know what I could. I'm so excited, guys. I'm really hyper today, which is rare for me to be really hyper. But I'm really hyper today. But I think, you know, the bubble that goes around the mic. I could, make that purple.
That sounds cute too. I don't know why, but I'm seeing like purple glitter.
I'm down. I'm so down. I'm gonna get me a mic. And here's the thing: I don't even care if the mic works. I just want it to look like a thing. I don't care if it works. Because, okay, you help me, Melissa. This is gonna be fun.
I know. I was like, the spirit was showing me a purple mic, and I'm like, okay, is that for like Tracy's show? You know, and I said to myself, purple mic with teeth, right? But you can say purple mic with the roof.
I love it.
And I'm like, this is so cool. I like that it shows me the purple mic. I'm like, that is so color. Like, come on. You know?
Yes.
Back to me. Look at that validation.
Always with you. Always.
Hilarious.
That is the best. Always with you. Always. I
so funny.
love it. And I don't even live in a community where sirens are that prevalent. But if you say something, here come the sirens, Melissa.
It is hilarious.
It's the best. It's the best. How are you doing?
I'm doing fine. You know what? Yesterday, so I was at work. Before I got there, I asked her, I'm like, okay. I said, today I'm going to surrender. Like, what are you going to show me?
Mm-hmm.
So I decided, you know, I'm not going to lie. I have a few arch enemies, but you know what I always say? Don't cross a Leo.
Mm-hmm.
Because he will not like you for the rest of your life. That's it.
Right.
Right?
Right.
So I looked at my arch enemy and I said, you know what? I'm going to say good morning to her.
That's right.
I'm like, you know, I'm just talking around. I'm like, I'm going to say good.
That's
I
right.
said good morning to her. She was like, listen, I just want to tell you, I don't got no problems with you, and I'm sorry for everything I did.
Oh!
And can I get a hug? I was like, oh my God, why I not have soda water?
And you gave her a hug?
Funny, sometimes you don't want people to touch. Yeah, I just gave the hug, but sometimes you don't want people to touch you.
Yes,
especially
yes.
if their energy is weak.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'd be like, oh my God, I don't need to touch them. Like, really.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, let me just go along with this. And I was like, wow. That my arch enemy put the flag up.
That's right.
Put the white flag up.
That's right, girl. Stop this.
And I was just like, okay. I said, that's cool. But you know what? As a Leo, you know, you could always be like, I still got my eye on you.
Oh, of course.
From a distance.
But
you know.
Melissa, I'm wondering if you're preparing to leave. Because apologies is for you. Yeah, apologies is for your soul. I mean, a genuine apology. You know, I don't like haphazard apologies like if I offended you. No, bitch, you offended me. Those are the if part. Don't give me that. Oprah does that. If I offended you. No, don't give me a play on words. But a genuine, like, what are we doing here? I'm sorry. I am sorry. even if, Melissa, I'm pretty sure you don't know what you're sorry for, right?
Well, she did a couple of mean things, right? But she took it too far.
Mm-hmm.
And I said to myself, I said, you know what? I was like, she don't even live in my town. I said, she live in a town where she don't have none of that crazy, you know, I'm going to say maybe high rate of crime or violence, right?
Oh.
I was like, you know, she is so much down here go be fast.
Yeah.
I was like, you know, sometimes you got to push me far to me to want to beat you up.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, I could be mad at you, but I don't have to fight you.
That's
I was like,
right.
you know, I did learn boxing. I said, she's fucking lucky.
Yes.
Because, you know, I went for the 3 months. So I'm like, yeah. So, you know, sometimes when you say you surrender, just never know what spirit is going to show up for you that day.
You know, that is such spiritual growth. It's metaphysical growth. You know, I don't think you realize you took care of your soul. Do you know what I mean? To enact peace. Yeah. To say, I'm sorry. And again, Melissa, I'm not getting you did anything. Do you know what I mean? To start this, you might have antagonized it once it started. That ain't the same. I'm saying you're apologizing for something you did not do. But recognizing that if I apologize and I ain't did shit, could this stop the ugly when you show up at work every day? And it absolutely could. Let me tell you something, Melissa. I used to go to work and fucking hate people, right? Just fucking hate them. But I used to go to the dollar store and place little gifts on people's desks. Not only to make peace, but sometimes it just brightens someone's day when you say, I remembered that you like pink elephants and I found this in the dollar store and I couldn't pass it up. So here. Or I would just leave it on the desk. I would just leave it with the note. I hope you enjoy the pink elephant, Tracy. Do you know what I mean? Like, break that which covers your soul from being at your best. I don't think you're staying there much longer. I have a funny feeling you're cleaning up your act there. So that when you leave, it's when you leave, you leave clean. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Wow. And you know, it was just like, oh, I said, oh my goodness. You know, when my friend told me yesterday, she said it doesn't cost anything to say good morning or good night to somebody.
That's right.
And I was telling her yesterday, I said, yes, it does.
No, it doesn't.
said it costs my energy when I have to say that to somebody I don't like.
Yeah.
You know?
But what's the next conclusion that you came to?
I came to the conclusion that when you start giving the energy that they don't expect you to give,
yes,
that they are going to start ending.
That's when what? You muffled.
Oh, can you hear me now?
Uh-huh.
So I was saying that when you give them the energy they don't expect,
yes,
they learn to surrender.
Yes.
Now that shows how powerful you are.
That's power. Yes. I'm so proud of you. I am so proud of you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Look at you. Whew. Being metaphysical, it's no joke, child. It's no joke. You gotta act nice, be nice, cut a bitch. It's all intertwined. Cuss somebody out.
real.
It all
Listen,
comes
sometimes
together.
people say stupid things to me.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes people say stupid things to me, and I just be like, oh my God. I said, God, I only got an hour left at this job. Why the hell I gotta go curse somebody out?
Yes. Hold me back,
Yeah,
Lord.
I'm
Hold
just
me
like,
back.
ooh,
That should be a song. Hold me
hold
back,
me
Lord.
back.
So
Yeah, I gotta
cool.
use that hold me back, Lord.
So cool, Melissa. I'm so proud
You know
of
what?
you. What?
Thank you. I have to say that the mirror I always look at every morning,
Yes.
I actually use one of my tarot decks that I don't really work with.
Yeah.
So I put the strength card,
Mm-hmm.
you know, because we got the Leo. I put the Wheel of Fortune because he wants things to be real to way.
Yeah.
And I put the Empress because I love that. And that's been popping up a lot for me, the Empress card. And
Yeah.
so I put her up there because it gives you a little bit of that Mother Nature energy.
Yes.
And, you
yes.
know, a birth of something new,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
And what else do I have up there? I have the Queen of Pentacles, you know. I just feel like when you're a Queen of Pentacles, you just feel so good.
Yes.
And you could just sit in your peace knowing that everything's taken care of.
Yes. Yes, indeed. Yes.
Uh-huh.
I love that you post.
And I love magic, so I put the magician card.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Isn't that cool?
Yes, it is very cool. And I love that you post affirmation cards for your soul. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
I love that. I love that. You know, everyone, it doesn't have to be affirmation cards. You know, we're just into tarot and oracle cards. But it definitely can be something that resonates perfectly with your soul, right? Right?
Right.
And post you know, I'm a front door person, right, Melissa? So you will see me before I leave my house. I don't do it anymore because I'm so metaphysically elevated, right? And I'm kidding. I'm kidding, people. If I was metaphysically elevated, I wouldn't cuss the way that I curse. But I'm so metaphysically elevated that I find that when I used to work and I would walk out the door, right? The last thing I wanted to see on my door was something that worked well with my soul. Something I needed to remember. Something I wanted to always allow myself to walk in the light. So I used to leave stuff on my front door, inside, and it would be the last thing that I would look at. So I love that you have stuff on your mirror. And remember, mirrors reflections, right? So you're even doing a better job.
Right.
Hi, Musings. Aww. Musings is out and about today. I hope you're feeling better, but I'm thinking if you're out and about, you are. But whatever you got, Musings, expect it to linger on 2 more weeks. It's this one weird, it's not the flu, but it's this one weird thing that's going around. And if you're like me, it was in your head only. But boy, did it knock me out. I was like, child, it's not pretty. But thank you for letting me know that you're here. Oh, Marie said, yeah, it's like doing mirror work. See, I didn't even know that. You heard, oh, child, you heard me, Melissa?
Mm-hmm.
Marie said it's like doing mirror work. I just want to remind everyone, let me just go back a little, to subscribe, like, and share, right? Please. I like to say please because you never have to. And I have my candles that I love so much. So please invest in these magical candles. All right, and let the magic come to you. Right, Melissa?
I love Tracy candles. Listen, y'all, do not, invest in yourself, right?
Yes.
And invest in getting the candles.
Yes.
A lot of stuff, especially knowing that I love that Tracy Parade, how can I say? I forgot the word. Slipped from me. I like when people that make candles have good intention.
Yes.
For the good of all.
Yes. Yes.
That's who you buy from.
Yes. That's a good point. I really
So
do make it.
So alone. Okay?
Yes. I really do make it for the love of all. I really do. Like that is my whole purpose. Thank you, Melissa. Musing said yes, it was in my head. Musing says yes, it was in my head. There's this weird bug that's going around, guys, that make you feel like you might have COVID. You don't. It's this, I don't know how you got it in the States and I got it in the Caribbean, but let me tell you something. It is traveling. Musings, I think it's because they took the masks off. And people are traveling on the airplane without masks. So that's how this bug is just.
Really?
Yes. Yes, that's how this bug is finding its way into everybody's home.
Wow. I can agree with that because how much air you really get on the airplane. It's like the same air circulating.
Yes.
So when someone coughs, everybody's getting that.
Exactly. Sheena says Melissa is. Sheena says Melissa is so gifted. You are, Melissa. You're very, very gifted. I want you to know that too. I agree with Sheena. So, Melissa, we were talking about Melchizedek. I hope I'm saying it right, guys. I studied Melchizedek all week. I studied the name. I sent it to you, right, Melissa? Melchizedek. Did I send it to you?
Yeah, I went and watched. Mel. I can never say it, but I like when I hear someone else say it. Melchizedek or something.
Melissa. Now I'm confused. I thought I sent it to you. I looked on YouTube to see how to say the name.
I watched the 2 videos.
Thank you. Let me just see if I can find it here real quick. What I sent to you. Oh.
You know what? I did not know that he was a king. You did not know what? That was really cool.
Say that again.
He's a king.
Yes. Well, there's a lot.
I gotta put
There's a lot of questions on who he is, though. And I'm still a little confused about the title, but I don't know if that matters at this point. Like how he became a king, who he was. I was having a conversation with one of my neighbors, and one of my neighbors said that he came from like nowhere or nothing. And it says, no, Melchizedek had a mother, Saphine, and her husband, Noah from Noah's Ark, brother. Noah's brother was named Ner, and Ner was doing some work away from the home. And Saphine was elderly. And when he got back, Saphine I'm adding to it, so I don't know when he got back, but she hit herself for 200 and either 62 days or 282 days. And when she was finally just about to give birth, she presents her belly to her husband, who called her all kinds of names. Y'all want to talk about abortion rights and white men controlling your bodies? This has been a historical thing between men and women for centuries, right? So he starts calling her all kinds of names. You're a tramp. You're a whore. I'm adding, guys. They didn't have words like this back then, but it's the same thing, right? How dare you cheat on me? He goes. And she was so shocked at her husband's anger, she dies on the spot. So I don't know if he spoke with Noah or if he spoke with, I believe it might have been Noah. And they agreed that they're not even going to tell the community. They're just okay, guys, I'm so sorry. And so she dies on the spot, and then I believe it was Noah, but don't go by me. All of a sudden, I studied it all week, and I can't remember a damn thing. And they agreed to bury her in black, as if the color black was a bad thing. So remember, the Bible was written by men, and their perception, even of color, is even racist. But in any case, they decided to bury her in black because she was a disgrace, right? So they left, I guess, to go get the garments. I'm a little confused by that. And when they came back, Melchizedek was outside his mother's body, grown. They don't say grown man, they say grown. You know, next to his mother's body. So I had a conversation with one of my neighbors, and he's like, they don't know where Melchizedek, like, and I was like, oh no, they do. He did have a mother. The father is what the Bible is not sure. But later on, we understand that Jesus came by way of God. Melchizedek was a precursor of the same type of immaculate conception by way of God. You know? And so somehow he became king of Salem, which is king of Jerusalem. It later, the word Salem turned into Jerusalem later. So I studied it all week, and I was fascinated by this Melchizedek, who is probably an angel, probably an archangel, you know, that shows up probably in all of our lives. Like, we all must have had a version of Melchizedek coming into our lives to make sure we stay on our personal legend. Does that make sense, y'all? Did I lose everyone?
No, that makes sense.
I don't know.
That makes sense.
I don't know if my people are hearing me, Melissa. Can you guys hear me? Can you hear me? It does. Okay. I think they can hear me. Yes, it makes sense, Sandra Joe. Yes. Oh, hi, Sandra Joe. How are you? Can you hear me? So, Melissa, because I love Melchizedek so much, and even in saying his name, I get this riveting feeling in my body, right? That this is such pure energy.
Right.
It's such pure energy. And you guys know, like, I've studied the Bible. I go to Bible study, for years. And why has Makishavik never come across my studies? Right? Like, I don't even understand why none of my theological teachers would never bring him up. And I'm finding him through the book, The Alchemist. So, Melissa, I'm going to go back and read how Makishavik showed up. And then we'll pick it up. Is that okay with you?
Yeah, that's fine with me.
Okay. So, everyone, I'm going to go back to 18 because it's really important to understand, one, how Makishavik just showed up, and two, how naturally annoyed the boy was, which is my experience, your experience. Like, I want to give you permission to know that even when an angel shows up, you could be like, what the hell is going on here? Like, give yourself permission to be human. And give yourself permission to see miracles in others. But you never know who's going to be your Makishavik. So, we're going to start at page...
That's true.
Right, Melissa?
Mm-hmm.
We're going to start at page 18. When he finally was able to concentrate on what he was reading, he liked the book better. The burial was on a snowy day, and he welcomed the feeling of being cold. As he read on, an old man sat down at his side and tried to strike up a conversation. Interesting. Thank you, Lisa D. What are they doing? The old man asked, pointing at the people in the plaza. Working, the boy answered dryly, making it look as if he wanted to concentrate on his reading. Actually, he was thinking about shearing his sheep in front of the merchant's daughter so that she could see that he was someone who was capable of doing difficult things. He had already imagined the scene in his head many times, every time the girl became fascinated when he explained that the sheep had to be sheared from back to front. He also tried to remember some good stories to relate as he sheared the sheep. Most of them he had read in books, but he would tell them as if they were from his personal experience. She would never know the difference because she didn't know how to read. And remember, that's really important. Musings pointed that out, thank God, because, you could read something, it's in your face, and you totally miss it. It's very important, side note, very important, that this kid is having this fantasy inside his head. He's planning to show off in front of this girl to shear sheep, which isn't really something that he does. He brings the sheep to be sheared, but he was going to perform it to show her, I can do this too. He was only reading certain types of books so that he could tell her, hey, did you know? Did you know about this? Did you know about that? And he was getting it from books, but he certainly was going to tell her as if he had the experience. And how would she know? Because she didn't know how to read. Imagine being taken advantage of, and this is a young kid, already plotting to take advantage of the woman that he supposedly had begun to fall in love with on sight. He was already going to act like somebody that he wasn't going to be. He was already starting out as a phony, starting out as a liar to prove something to her. Why? Yep. Why, Melissa? Because she couldn't read. He was taking advantage of her lack. Right? Back to the book.
Right.
Meanwhile, the old man persisted in his attempts to strike up a conversation. He said that he was tired and thirsty. That's a test. And asked if he might have a sip of the boy's wine. The boy offered his bottle, hoping that the old man would leave him alone. But the old man wanted to talk, and he asked the boy what book he was reading. The boy was tempted to be rude and moved to another bench, but his father had taught him to be respectful of the elderly. This kid is rude, guys. This kid is rude. Inside his mind, he's like, well, he's an elderly, so I'm going to respect him because he's an elderly, right? So he held out the book to the man for two reasons. First, that he himself wasn't sure how to pronounce the title. Remember, let's go back, that he's reading now more to show off to the girl, but he can't even pronounce the title. And second, that if the old man didn't know how to read, what a pompous little kid he is. He would probably feel ashamed, the old man, and decide of his own accord to change benches. What a little bastard you are, you little boy. Like, you're assuming that you're the only one in the world that can read?
He wants to manipulate the girl and not realize, like, he's manipulating because he feels like he's ignorant.
Yes.
To understand.
Yes. And he's hoping the old man, he's assuming the old man also can't read. Like, who are you to think that you're the only one that can do something? That's pompous. It's pompous. Like, get out of your ego. Get out of your self-absorbed. Yeah. Says the old man, looking at all sides of the book as if it were some strange object. This is an important book, but it's really irritating. The boy was shocked. The old man knew how to read and had already read the book. And if the book was irritating, as the old man had said, the boy still had time to change it for another. What a jackass! I'm sorry, guys. This kid is a jackass. So the old man now says, oh, this book is so irritating. So now the little boy's not going to read the book because someone said something's irritating. You're just going to believe it? Read the damn book, you little pompous kid. All right, I need to stop.
Read the book.
Read the damn book. Oh, my goodness. It's a book. It's a book that says the same thing almost all the other books in the world say, continued the old man. It describes people's inability to choose their own personal legends. And it ends up saying that everyone believes the world's greatest lie. What's the world's greatest lie? The boy asks, completely surprised. It's this, that at a certain point in our lives, we lose control of what's happening to us, and our lives become controlled by faith. That's the world's greatest lie. Let's stop the book for a minute, and I want to give you all an example. I speak to a lot of women in their 40s that have been waiting to find the right man to begin a family and have that baby. Except that we live in an era where a lot of things have changed. Men don't get serious about women until they are in their 40s. In today's world. Meanwhile, they're hurting women along the path in their early 20s, the 30s. Now men are looking at themselves to find an amazing partner. Women, in the meantime, are always looking for the amazing partner and not finding it. And are being hurt time and time again. And many women don't even date for years because of being hurt and find themselves 40, 41, 42. And that window that we talk about, it's a slither. It's a slither. And when I ask women, with all the modern technology and all the doctors that you could have gone to, which is not too late, I do encourage women to just begin again. Why didn't you? Why didn't you do something different? I understand there's this whole ideology of the white picket fence. I got you. I understand that. And yet the white picket fence never showed up. And your biggest desire, even more than a man, is to have a baby. But you will sacrifice that baby because that man, that right man, that soulmate, that twin flame never showed up. Or we're waiting for the man that left us 8 years ago. Or we're so depressed that dating again is a near impossibility, so you haven't dated in 5 years. In any case, we're all at 40-something now. And it's like, when I ask the question, why, you know what the answer I get inevitably all the time? If God didn't want me, they usually say, if God wanted me to have a baby, then I would have had a baby. So now we're blaming God and faith on your bad choices. Really. The men aren't made the way they used to be made. Women got stuck in an era where their mindset is Cinderella, white picket fence. My man is going to come along. That mindset really hasn't changed for women. But men have changed. And the delay of starting that family, they're not doing it till 40. You will find so many men in their 40s with a 3-year-old. Not a 10-year-old, not a 13-year-old. Because they consciously wanted to have fun. I'm not saying that in a bad way, men. I'm not putting you down. I understand that you shifted. But I also don't understand from a woman's perspective is that in the end, your greatest desire is to have a child. And you depended all of that on whether or not God made that choice for you, which is not true. You placed all of that inside of a man. And I can't tell you how many people I've had to encourage to find a fertility doctor and have that baby. Don't give up on that desire to be a mom. So, what's the world's greatest lie? The boy asked, completely surprised. It's this. That at a certain point in our lives, we lose control of what's happening to us. And our lives become controlled by faith. That's the world's greatest lie. That's never happened to me, the boy said. They wanted me to be a priest, but I decided to become a shepherd. Much better, said the old man, because you really like to travel. He knew what I was thinking, the boy said to himself. The old man, meanwhile, was leafing through the book without seeming to want to return it at all. The boy noticed that the man's clothing was strange. He looked like an Arab, which was not unusual in those parts. Africa was only a few hours from Tarifa. One had only to cross the narrow straits by boat. Arabs often appeared in the city, shopping and chanting their strange prayers several times a day. Where are you from? The boy asked. From many places, said the old man. No one can be from many places, the boy said. I'm a shepherd, and I have been to many places, but I come from only one place, from a city near an ancient castle where I was born. Remember, the boy's a little bit of a smart aleck, and that was a smart aleck answer. The man knew exactly what he was saying because what he said was his life and his experience. So when the old man said, I am from many places, that was true. The boy, with his limited amount of education and experiences, chose not to believe the old man, which I think is interesting. Mm-hmm. No one can be from many places, the boy said. I'm a shepherd, and I've been to many places, but I come from only one place, from a city near an ancient castle. That's where I was born. Well, then, we could say that I was born in Salem. The boy didn't know where Salem was, but he didn't want to ask, fearing he would appear ignorant. He looked at the people in the plaza for a while. They were coming and going, and all of them seemed to be very busy. So, what is Salem like? He asked, trying to get some sort of clue. It's like it's always has been. No clue yet, but he knew that Salem wasn't in Andalusia. If it were, he would have already have heard of it. And what do you do in Salem? The old man laughed. Well, I'm the king of Salem. People say strange things, the boy thought. Sometimes it's better to be with sheep who don't say anything, and better still to be alone with one's books. They tell their incredible stories at a time you want to hear them. But when you're talking to people, they say some things that are so strange that you don't know how to continue the conversation. My name is Melchizedek, said the old man. How many sheep do you have? Enough, said the boy. He could see the old man wanted to know more about his life. Well, then, we've got a problem. I can't help you if you feel you've got enough sheep. You hear the play on words? You see how the old man just tricked the young boy? You see what happened? You see how we can make our lives a certain type of way by the words that we use? This was a trick here. How many sheep do you have? He didn't answer 10, but the kid is being a smart aleck. He goes, enough. Enough, said the boy. Mm-hmm. He could see the old man wanted to know more about his life. Well, then, we've got a problem. I can't help you if you feel you've got enough. I can't help you if you feel God stopped you from having a baby. See how that works? The boy was getting irritated. He wasn't asking for help. It was the old man who had asked for a drink of my wine and started this conversation. Give me my book, the boy said. I have to go, gather my sheep and get going. Give me 1/10 of your sheep, said the old man, and I'll tell you how to find the hidden treasure. The boy remembered his dream, and suddenly everything was very clear to him. The old woman hadn't charged him anything, but the old man, maybe he was with her, maybe he was her husband, was going to find a way to get more money in exchange for information about something that didn't even exist. The old man was probably a gypsy too. Again, look at what the boy is saying inside of his head. He believes that the old man is a swindler. But the only reason why he believes the old man is a swindler was because he, the young man, was going to go to that little girl and swindle that little girl. He was putting himself inside of the old man, thinking the old man was him. If I can swindle a little girl, why wouldn't the old man swindle him? But before the boy could say anything, right, Melissa?
Right.
But before the boy could say anything, the old man leaned over, picked up a stick, and began to write in the sand of the plaza. Something bright reflected from his chest with such intensity that the boy was momentarily blinded. With a movement that was too quick for someone his age, again calling out the man's age, this little boy, the man covered whatever it was with his cape. I think cape is important too, guys. Tell me why cape is important. Who's getting an impression of why the cape part of it was important? When his vision returned to normal, the boy was able to read what the old man had written in the sand. Let's just stop here for a minute. Something, I think Musings also pointed this out, something glittered off the man's chest that blinded the little boy so that Melchizedek, in that moment, could perform magic. It wasn't.
I agree with you with that.
Right? It wasn't. It wasn't an accident.
You got hypnotized.
Say that again, Melissa.
I said the boy got hypnotized.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. And it wasn't an accident. It was on purpose. Because he goes, when his vision returned, yeah, it was on purpose because Melchizedek is an entity. Right?
Right.
So he has the capabilities of hypnotizing this kid because he comes as an entity, as an angel, as an archangel. So, something bright reflected from his chest with such intensity that the boy was momentarily blinded with a movement that was too quick for someone his age. The man covered whatever it was with his cape. When his vision returned to normal, the boy was able to read what the old man had written. There in the sand of the plaza of that small city, the boy read the names of his father and his mother and the name of the seminary he had attended. He read the name of the merchant's daughter, which he hadn't even known, and he read things he had never told anyone. I'm the king of Salem, said the old man. Why would a king be talking with a shepherd? The boy asked in awe and now embarrassed. For several reasons. But let's say the most important is that you have succeeded in discovering your personal legend. The boy didn't know what a person's personal legend was. It's what you have always wanted to accomplish. Everyone, when they are young, knows what their personal legend is. At that point in their lives, everything is clear and everything is possible. They are not afraid to dream, and they yearn for everything they would like to see happen to them in their lives. But as time passes, a mysterious force begins to convince them that it would be impossible for them to realize their personal legend. Do you guys know what your personal legend is? Do you know what it used to be? Or are you in your personal legend right now? Melissa, do you know your personal legend?
I feel like I'm in my personal legend now.
I do feel that. Yes.
Or maybe on the journey to it. It's on a journey to it.
That's right. That's right.
And I think it's a long way.
Say that again. You came a long way?
I think I came a long way.
Yes.
You know, like you're still in your personal legend.
Yes.
But it takes time.
It takes time. Yes. Yes. It takes time. It takes experiences. It takes the wherewithal not to let a 9-to-5 take you from your personal legend. That's why that saying, what do you want to be when you grow up? And how do kids answer? What do you want to be when you grow up? I want to be a firefighter and I want to be a superhero. The superhero is the personal legend, not the firefighter. And I never understood that with kids. Like sometimes I'm on bated breath when I don't even want to ask kids anymore, what do you want to be? I'm like, what do you want to be when you grow up, little boy? And they're like, I want to be a firefighter. I want to be Batman. I want to be Spider-Man. And I'm like, oh, we lost him. We lost him. And I realized, damn it, those kids weren't lost at 5. They were finding themselves. And depending upon who encouraged the superhuman that this kid wanted to be, would make a difference if he would wind up being a philanthropist, would make a difference if he would wind up creating water. Yes, creating water that would clean up Flint, Michigan, would make a big difference on getting his education and still following through with being somebody's superhero. Right.
Or that's like or you know what? It could be someone who's a director or a writer. When we see the movies now and stuff, it's always people never think about all the people that's in the background that actually write for the movie.
Especially, but remember we're talking about personal legends. So you could be a writer, right? Which could be your job. But if you're a writer that changes the world's way of thinking, then you have your personal legend. Does that make sense, what I'm trying to say? Yeah. Yeah. Oh, Lord. All right, Melissa. I am starting now. I'd love for you to take over page 24 where it says none of.
It's on page 24.
Uh-huh. I'm right here, Melissa. I'm just going to get some water.
None of the old man. Oh. It said 24, none of what the old man was saying made much sense to the boy. But he wanted to know what the mystery force was. That the merchant's daughter would be impressed when he told her about that.
Hold on, Melissa. Hold on. Melissa. Again, what is this boy's only thought? His only thought is to trick this little girl. What a crappy kid. Do you see what happened? He only wants an education from the old man so that he could use it to his advantage.
Right? Because he realized it will give him more leverage to wheel her in. It's almost like the boy is manipulating magic. But he doesn't realize he's doing it.
He doesn't know. You're absolutely right, Melissa. He has no idea what a manipulator he is. And Musings by Monifa says, Jaden Smith, Batman/Iron Man to Flint, Michigan. Isn't that interesting that you would point out Jaden Smith, who absolutely is creating his personal legend? Absolutely. And yet he has a mother and a sister that cannot. Does that make sense? Like you could be in the same family of people and only one person comes out with their personal legend? And what a sacrifice.
That makes sense.
Right. What a sacrifice this little boy makes over and over and over again. Thank you, Musings. That's very deep. And even to acknowledge, to be able to see that in Jaden. That's very, very deep. Whew. Go ahead, Melissa.
You know what? You know where it says mystery force, mysteriously force. You know.
Oh, let's take a look at that.
I mean, it just sounds like,
Yeah, go ahead. Let's take a look at that.
Yeah, because when it says none of what the old man was saying made much sense to the boy, but he wanted to know what the mystery force was. The merchant's daughter would be impressed when he told her about that. So it's like, again, like you said, you want to use the story so that way he can wheel her the way he wants to.
You know, not to get off topic, Melissa, but
you know what, too?
Go ahead.
It's like he's not. Also, the boy is not sure who he really is.
Bingo.
Going by what he sees, he's not sure who he really is.
Bingo. That's the key to this whole thing right now. Right. To me, I think he's ashamed to be a shepherd. To me. But we didn't get there yet. But I think he's ashamed to be a shepherd. He's beginning to realize that the shepherd allows him to travel, but that's it. That's it. That's all shepherd work gives him. Yeah. Go ahead, Melissa.
Oh, you know what, too? He could be unhappy.
Yes, he sounds unhappy. Yes, from the minute he met the old
not
man.
Happy,
Oh, you heard?
And not being himself.
Yes. Well, he doesn't know, right? He doesn't know who himself is. He's going to create a different himself. And not to get off topic, Melissa, but how many of us have met up with men that's done that to us? Created an ideology that's not real. And then when you begin to like dissect, you're like, wait, what do you don't have The car that you told me that you have? Oh, it's in the shop. How long does it stay in the shop? You know what I mean? Like, I've met up with people like that. Or people that tell me, you know, they have a certain type of job and they don't. And then they expect me to fall in love with the crappy dude that showed up. No, no, you said you were this. I like what you showed me, what you told me. I'm not going to be so in love with you that I'm going to accept factory worker. I'm out. You can't help but you love. Oh, yes, you can. Because you're in love with a liar.
Mm-hmm. It's true.
Yes, you can. You can't help what you love, Tracy. Yes, you can. Because you don't get to present. Oh, this is my favorite. You know, you have relationships with a man and you're slowly falling more and more in love with the man. And then the man shows up married. Married. You were duped. Without a doubt, you were duped. But the minute you found out he was married, why are you continuing? Because it's not about cheating. It's not about having an affair. It's not about that. It's about the man that did not show his true self and give you the option to walk away. Well, you can't. By the time I found out, Tracy,
absolutely.
huh?
That happens all the time to people.
By the time I found out, Tracy, I was in love. Oh, fuck no, you weren't. By the time you found out, you wanted to outdo the wife. Two different directions.
Mm.
Oh, mm-hmm. You figured he was coming for some goodies and sweet juiceness, so he must like you better. You're not saying that out loud. Right now, you're playing a victim. I didn't know. And by the time I found out, you know, I was already in love. Now I'm determined to keep him. These are true stories, people.
That is true.
Instead of looking at the fact that you met up with someone that is a master manipulator, master, played with your soul, played with your mind, played with your emotions. And you know what I love about married men? I'm going to tell you right now. You know what I love about married men? In order to keep you mistress, they talk about their wife like a dog. You think you're better than the woman he's married to. You're not. He's using you for counseling. True story.
Mm.
True story. And so now he comes over to complain. And you can't even see that he's turned the master manipulation into yet another form. Musings like drop the mic.
Wow.
True story. True story. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So it's like he uses he uses so basically with the mistress he spits out all his negativity about his wife.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But the fact is he's getting some for free.
Mm-hmm.
So he's getting some loving and spitting out hatred at the same time. And then goes back to his wife like nothing ever happened.
Yes, and getting nurturing and counseling because she's like, oh, poor baby. And she's holding him and holding his head while he's just bitching and bitching and bitching about his wife. You're being used, mistress. Master manipulation that just keeps transforming. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And what happens in the end?
Mm.
What happens in the end, guys? He never leaves the wife. If they wind up getting a divorce, the wife does everything to keep him. The wife decides no woman's going to get her man. I completely understand he cheated, but you can't have him. So the battle is on between these two women. He's being caught between the two, with the wife knowing that he's cheated, and the mistress going, I talked to your wife today because she's determined to have you break up with your wife by way of your wife, which is why they always reach out to the wife. Because he will not leave his wife. You are being used. The intention was never to leave his wife. The intention was free sex and counseling. Period. Thank you, Sheena. Men do not leave their wives. The wife eventually leaves him. Thank you, Sheena. That's right. After she has to sit in the dirt and the muck that he has presented for her home. And sometimes it takes years before she herself recognizes what the husband has done to her. But as a wife, it's not always that easy to break away. There are factors to consider. And they really have to figure out all of these factors. Yep. Yep. There's embarrassment from your family. There's a home purchase. There's children involved. And then there's my mom left my dad. There's that stigma. And so it takes a wife much longer to really figure out what the hell is going on and what do I do. And I'll be damned if a strange woman takes my man. I'll be damned. That alone will keep her with her husband. She won't have sex with him. Trust and believe they're not having sex. He's still having sex with the mistress because she's feeding him. Because she knows that's the only way that she can get him. Is to have sex off a chandelier. Fuck out of here. And I'm not talking about mistresses, guys. I'm not talking about that. We're talking about manipulation from the book. This kid is starting out as a master manipulator. This supposedly educated kid that's going to meet up with a woman that cannot read. Wow. That's how you're going to start out this relationship? You've already decided to take advantage of her? Wow. That continues to this day. Mm-hmm.
That is true.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know what, Sue? And he's playing on her innocence, knowing that she can't read. He's playing on her innocence.
Exactly. This is a pure little girl here that he's already decided to trick. That's the part I find disgusting because he's training himself. Remember what Melchizedek said. You have a personal legend, and you believe mysterious forces take you away from it. This kid is creating his own force to take him away from his personal legend because he's already decided to take this little girl down by way of lying. So in essence, he's giving up his personal legend to become a liar. Wow.
This is deep. But you know what?
Deep.
it just never, it's like recognizing the signs
Yes.
of how somebody can manipulate.
Yes. Yes. And guys, when I'm out there dating, right? I'm super critical, not verbally to the man, but super critical to my instincts. And when my instincts tell me this is not going to be good for you, I listen to my instincts. I don't have time to lay down with the man that's a liar. When my instinct, my spirits told me, don't do that. You could fall in love with the man that is manipulating you. And there's just a lot of that running rampant in the world.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't get mad at myself when I go on a date and it doesn't work out. I do worry if I'm super critical, but I still don't get mad at myself because I'm not willing to compromise. I like me. I like my energy. I like my home. And in order for that to show up as a partner, I just want to feel comfortable in my body, in my home, in my energy with you. And you don't know what that is because you've been manipulating all your life. For me, it's palpable. I feel it. I feel it. And then I have conversations and you kind of prove it to me. There's weird things that men say sometimes. Then I'm like, what do you mean when you say that? And then the answer doesn't come out right. And I'm like, Like, I went on a date 2 Sundays ago, Melissa, and we went to Frederickstead.
Yeah.
I don't know how bad the neighborhoods are. Remember that. I'm from the States. I have no idea how bad the neighborhoods are. The man gave me $20 to go order something. I got out the car. He got out the car. He says to me, it's getting dark now, right? He says to me, when you get your food,
Right.
I'll be around the corner. And I said to him immediately,
What?
yes, Melissa, yes, true story. And I said to him immediately, I'll meet you at the car. I don't know what around the corner means. And he kind of looked at me and he goes, okay, meet me at the car. The food took so long that he wound up coming back to the restaurant because I was taking out. 2 things he did to me. I didn't like the way the staff treated me, right? And there were a couple of things that the staff did, and I was like, first of all, the food's taking too long. Second of all, I told you it was to go, but they're bringing it out in a plate. The plate sat there. I refused to touch the plate, but no one came over to me. When they finally came over to me, I looked at him, and I said, it's to go. And he's like, oh, my God, you did say that. And I'm like, uh-huh. And the guy is standing next to me. I was so upset in my spirit that I wasn't willing to tip. So the food came out to $21 or maybe $20. And I had given $2 extra as a tip. And a guy says to me, that's not enough tip. And I go, it isn't? Now listen to me. I'm measuring him. He's not telling me what to do. You motherfucker, I know how to tip. I'm a sloppy American. The one thing I can do well is tip. I'm not Dutch, because the Dutch are very cheap out here. I'm not Dutch. I'm from the States. I know how to tip, but I don't say that to him because I see him judging me. And I go, it's not? And he goes, no. And I said, okay. So I pull out a $5 bill. So I give the man $25. And we walk away. And he goes, no, we didn't walk away yet. We're waiting for them to package my food. And he goes, you left my window down. And I go, oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. And he says, you know, it's dangerous around here. First thing I thought, oh, you dumbass, why did you bring me to a dangerous neighborhood and then tell me to meet you around the corner? But,
Oh,
but I don't say that, right, Melissa? This is what I say in my head. And then he says, I couldn't leave my truck because you left the window down. And I'm like, you're a crappy dude. It's your car. Roll the damn windows up.
exactly. Roll the window up, park that car, and go in the restaurant with you. That's what he's supposed to do.
There were so many faux pas. And then I was like, in my mind, because everything in my mind is slow motion. And in my mind, I'm like, did he just tell me he could not leave his car because the neighborhood was dangerous, but it was his car and he could roll the car up? Did he just tell me that? It's his car. And I thought, okay, this is not a match. I'm out. So, because of safety reasons, I got back in the car. I gave a lot of small talk, laughed and joked because I am not crazy. Got home in the safety in front of my door. And when I got through the gate, I was like, I'll never date him again. You're a weirdo. You're not a nice man. I'm not going to subject myself to these little things that he did. I can't have sex with that.
Right. And you know what, too? You recognize when he was being a jerk, because if he's telling you to just go meet him around the corner, to me, that makes me feel like, so why are you hiding from the restaurant? Did you do something bad? You know, is there someone that works there that you like? Or they like you? Like, come on.
Wait, Sheena's hilarious. Sheena goes, I'm pissed. She goes, he needed to pay and he needed to tip. He knows you're an American. Don't again. Once he said, get your food, you should have said, I'm good, and went home. You're right, Sheena, but because I am alone here, right? The men talk, so I just want to get home safely. There's no way to get a taxi from where we were. It was already dark. I was like, just get home safely, Tracy. Don't start no argument with no crazy ass Caribbean Negro. Don't do it. That's why Tracy is getting her car. So I can meet mofos. Too funny.
Right.
Too funny. Just too funny. And then Sin W says, spirit never lies. So hold on a second. At S Sylvester on Instagram. Oh, wait, let me see. Hold on a second. I have an SD account here. I can't find it. You know when you have an account but you can't find the damn thing? SD. At Sylvester. All right, let me just go to any SD. He actually made a shirt that said "Spirit Never Lies."
Yeah.
I want to show everybody.
Very pretty.
It's so pretty. Sylvester. Okay, Sylvester Anna James. Hold on a second. Cynthia Anna James. Where's the shirt? Oh my God, I love this shirt, but I want to see it in a tank top. Oh, here it is. So cool, this shirt. I'm going to show it in black because I think I'm going to get the black one. And I only like tank tops because of the weather here. Ugh. But I'm going to show you guys. Spirit never lies, right? Oh, wait. No. Sorry, cancel. Hold on, Melissa. I'm so sorry. I just want Cynthia W. to see this shirt from Cynthia Anna James. And for everyone to see it. Hold on. I'm going to add it.
Yeah.
Hold on. Add it. Let me turn this fan around because, child, when I start getting upset, child, I start sweating. It's so funny, guys, because I don't tell you my stories until I'm emotionally past it. You know? I don't like telling my stories of my dating experiences in the moment. But here's the shirt, Cynthia. Spirit never lies. How cool is that? From the shop, Cynthia Anna Jane, which is from one of our super psychics on Instagram at Sylvester. I think it's at Sylvester Jackson. Isn't that cool? Spirit never lies. I love this shirt. You know, Melissa, on the 1st, I'm going to get like 3 shirts. I've already allocated monies to buy 3 more of Sylvester's shirts.
Oh.
Right.
That's such a pretty shirt. There's been so many cool ones. I'm like, I love it. You know, just have a medical summer. You know?
Yes. It's so cool. All right, let me just see something. Blog Talk Radio. Good, you guys are still on. Okay, so, Melissa. But he wanted to know what the mysterious force was. The merchant's daughter would be impressed when he told her about that. Child, please. Go ahead, Melissa.
Okay. Okay. It's a force that appears to be negative. Wow. But actually shows you how to realize your personal legend. It prepares your spirit and your will, because there is one great truth on this planet. Whoever you are, or whoever it is that you do, when you really want something, it's because that desire originated in the soul of the universe. It is your mission on earth.
Okay, hold on a second.
Hold
on, Melissa. Has anyone ever thought of the phrase, the soul of the universe? That's the first time I've heard that phrasing. It's because that desire originated. Me too. I just outlined it too. It's because that desire originated in the soul of the universe. To me, that says we are together in creativity. That even something that you thought has already been created in the soul of the universe. You just have to grab it from the universe.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
I really love that, though, the soul of the universe.
Yes. Isn't that beautiful?
That is beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you. It's because that desire originated in the soul of the universe. So you mean to tell me that the candles that I produce, I did not create it first. The universe already had the idea for me. Really? Well, if that doesn't take you out your ego and put you into your super ego, to trust the universe and to trust that everything that leads you to your personal legend was created in the soul of the universe first. That is so beautiful to me.
I love that. It's like the universe has it for you. It just didn't show up yet.
Ah.
You know?
Yes. Yes. Exactly. Yes. Exactly. All right. Go ahead, Melissa. Ooh, ciao. You're getting somewhere.
I've been to the soul of the universe. It's your mission on earth.
Yes.
I gotta underline that.
Yes. Go ahead and underline it. Absolutely. As you're underlining, Cynthia, this is the name of his shop. Ready whenever you are, Melissa.
Okay. Right now. Even when all you want to do is travel or marry the daughter of a textile merchant,
Yes.
yes, or even search for treasure, the soul of the world is nourished by people happiness and also by unhappiness, envy, and jealousy. To realize one personal legend is a person only realizing obligation. All things are one.
So hold on a second, because this gets a
And
little
one,
deep. Hold on. This gets a little deep. And yes, okay, even when all you want to do is travel or marry the daughter of a textile merchant, yes, or even search for treasure. Remember, that's the boy's original other request, that he wants to find this treasure. The soul of the world is nourished by people's happiness. Listen to that part, guys. If you're happy, you feed the earth, you feed the soul of the world, and also by unhappiness, envy, and jealousy. To realize one's personal legend is a person's only real obligation. All things are one. That sounds so crazy to me. Did any of you know about this personal legend thing? I feel very ignorant. I feel like I'm learning something for the first time. And I'm also telling you that I think I missed this part in the book, which is why I think God is like, go revisit the book. Did anybody realize? Do you realize your personal legend? And this isn't a test, guys. In no way am I testing you. I'm saying, do you know? Not your career, but your soul's purpose, why you came here. And you don't have to discover it today. I don't think I knew what my personal legend was at 30. Oh, hell no. I was in survival mode. But I don't think I allowed the mysterious forces, family, history, to stop me from obtaining my personal legend. But I do believe that, it's funny because we kind of talked about this last night. I do believe that unhappiness, envy, and jealousy try to stop me from participating and getting to my personal legend. Oh, you're a psychic? You do devil's work? Ugh. Rolling their eyes at me, calling me out my face, having pure disdain when they're talking to me, especially if they're religious people, making me feel inadequate, uneducated, unevolved, because I'm not talking the religious language. I am talking God's language. That much I know. But to not back down from my personal legend, I didn't even know I was on a personal legend. I knew I had to keep ignoring people that wanted to treat me like shit. But I think it's time to figure out, not today, everyone. In no way do I want it to be today. But I do want to allow you to put inside your mind, what's your personal legend goal? Take your time. I never knew what I was doing. Never. I just begged God every day that if I ever wound up there, will you tell me you did a good job, Tracey? And I don't know what that looks like. It's not until I'm 59 with a birthday in a couple of months, reading the book, The Alchemist, am I waking up to my soul's path in life. It's crazy. I don't want y'all to wait till 59. I had no help, guys. I don't want y'all to wait till 59. We're here together to create better people. You see what's going on out there in the world? No, we're not doing that. We're not going to get distracted. We're not going to let family members treat us bad and jealousy and envy and live in that, all of that emotional ugly. You got something to do. And staying focused on that part of your blockage, that's not what God has for you. Find your personal legend. And I don't care what boulders and bad words and obstacles come in your face. I don't care what, for me, it was divorce. For me, it was motherhood. For me, it was family, right? No one gets to step in the middle of the path that I am. No one gets to step in the middle in the path that God has put me on. No one. But I didn't know it. I'm only in discovery of all of that now. All these damn obstacles to stop me. All these mysterious forces. I used to call it evil. I used to say, I'm on a certain path and evil keeps throwing boulders at me. I'm going to make sure you don't eat, Tracey. I'm going to make sure you're going to get, an eviction notice. I'm going to make sure you have trouble feeding your child, Tracey. Ha, ha, ha. Because in no way do I want you to open up a YouTube channel that's going to change people's lives. Evil. And evil comes in many forms.
That's true.
I want to make sure, Melissa, that you have, challenges with assholes at work, because you're not allowed to be on your personal legend, Melissa. How dare you? They don't know you're on your personal legend. You just have a light.
10 seconds.
That blinds people. And they don't like that light. How dare you? So I'm going to make a conflict for you because
No,
dare
and they
you
don't like
show
that.
up.
Like attracts like. They don't like that neither.
They don't like the light, and what else?
They don't like when like attracts like.
Mm-hmm. And they don't like when light shows up and you shine on their ugly. You shine on their jealousy. You shine on the fact that they are miserable. What's the reason for their misery? You're right, Melissa. She lives in a bad neighborhood, probably having family issues. Who knows? But you're shining a light on something that she can't be. So why do you get to be happy when you come to work? That makes me upset. I don't like her. Why? I don't know. But if she takes one more towel, I'm going to ram her. People don't even know why, Melissa.
No. They don't know.
But you know that you've entered into your personal legend. What you do with it, that is going to be for everyone to see later. But you know you've stepped into your personal legend. You've acknowledged it. You understand it now. And no one gets to take it away from you. And you've had losses. And still you rise. Personal legend. Ooh. All right, Melissa, let's end here. Oh, that was deep and fun and enlightening.
Yeah, it was deep.
And I hope I helped. Melissa, are you doing your show today?
Oh, yeah. My show today is going to be at 12:30 Eastern time. I'm going to say 12:30-ish. Because, you know me, I'm going to be at least 5 minutes late. Sorry. It's a habit. The telephone number to call in the show, you can just go and call in early, so that way you can be in the queue with me. All right? And the telephone number is 914-205-5699. And make sure you press 1 to be in the queue with me, so you can get a free reading today.
Wait, hold on. Press 1 to be in the queue. All right? But, Musings is such a cheerleader. Thank you. You helped me to realize, Musing, that there is this gift that is out there, right? I don't think you realize how your kind words has really influenced. You must have been an amazing mom. I mean, amazing, because...
Oh, thank you.
Yes. I was actually talking to Musings. I know you was an amazing mom, Melissa. That is such a Leo thing. She must be talking about me. Thank you, Tracey. I was trying to tell Melissa that it takes a lot to offer up kindness and generous words. People don't have that naturally in them. And Musings does it a lot. And she helped to encourage this book club for me, right? I don't think you guys realize I was giving up. I was like, I'm not doing this. Nobody's listening, God. Why do you have me doing this? And because God got jokes. Oh my God. Tracey, you must read Revelations. oh, shit. What? All right, I'll read Revelations. God saw an internal struggle with me because I wanted to do it. And if I knew what I was doing, but there was this internal struggle. And God was like, Melissa, get in there. And I was like, oh, Melissa added so much to this. I'm just so grateful for your presence, Melissa. And then here come musings that just gave the right words of encouragement that I could hear. It's different, guys. The encouragement, not the compliment, right? Because I'm a Leo, so you know me, I'm gonna eat up a compliment. You like I'll eat up a compliment, right? To the point where I'll just compliment myself. I just need the compliment. But it's just the right form of encouraging words that made me realize, there really is something going on here. And it turns out I look forward to 9 o'clock on Saturdays. Everybody's laughing. We
You
are
know, it's so
all
fun.
lazy.
That's so fascinating to do on Saturdays in the morning.
What you say, Melissa?
I say, it's so fun and fascinating, and when we get to do the show at 9 a.m.
Yes. I look forward to it. I'm like, oh wow, it's Saturday already. Yes. And that's why I accidentally made an appointment with my chiropractor because I'm just in a confused state. And, I just feel like everyone's like, hey, get over here, get over here, get over here. And I was like, all night I couldn't sleep because I was going to ask my neighbor to drive me so that I could get back in time. Maybe I won't start the show till 9:30. And all night I went through this. And which means I didn't sleep all night because I tossed and turned. And finally, around 6:30, I was like, I'm canceling. Like, today's show is so much more important than the chaos in my head. If I'm tossing and turning like this, it's not the right decision. So I'm canceling the appointment, and I'm going to stick to my personal legend, which is reading this book on Saturday at 9 a.m. So I called them, and I was like, I can't make it. They're like, not a problem. Oh, my God. When would you like to reschedule? Monday. Okay. I tossed and turned for nothing. They didn't care. All right. Check out Melissa. Hold on, I meant to highlight it. Check out Melissa Burton Show, 12:30-ish, Blog Talk Radio. Please call 914-205-5699. Press 1 to be in the queue. And for everyone else, thank you for listening. Please subscribe. Please like. Please, if you can, share, right? I like the sharing part. YouTube likes the like part. I like the sharing part. Share on your YouTube channel. You never know who needs to hear this version of this hour. Check out Eyes on Miracle candles. Because I put a lot of love into these candles. I mean, a lot. Every time I look at my own candles, I fall in love over and over again. It's like looking at your child where you're like, oh, Melissa left. It's like looking at your child where you're like in love with the baby that you made. You're in love when it becomes 2. You're in love when it becomes 5. This is my newest formation that I took from the soul of the universe. This is my personal legend. I would hope. I think I got other personal legends like talking on YouTube and getting to the soul of the people and that alchemy changes that could happen when like-minded metaphysical people are in the same room. You know? Hey, there goes Melissa. Thank you, Dory. You're welcome. Oh, almost 11:11. Yes. Muses, thank you for the hand clap. Thank you, Sin W. I love you all. I just want to say thank you and goodbye. Don't forget, Tracy, good morning, Tracy, 9 a.m. Monday through Friday. No, wait, stop. No, stop. 8 a.m. Monday through Friday. I love you guys. Take it easy. Bye. Make a wish. It's almost 11:11. Make a wish. Make a wish. Bye, guys.
Gals and guys, go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Gals and guys, go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Gals and guys, go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Gals and guys, go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live.